At the beginning of every season, most coaches sit down with their players and go over goals, both individual and team. Styles and approaches may be different, but you'll often hear the usual: one game at a time, stay in the moment. And while they may sound different, their meaning is basically the same: stay focused. Both the Ayersville and Tiffin Calvert softball squads saw that on Wednesday. Now they have advanced, as it will be Sycamore Mohawk, the Warriors, earning the right to play here this afternoon. Likewise, Ayersville doing the same. The early rounds of the playoffs are gone. The cream has separated itself from the crop. This afternoon, it will undoubtedly be the same idea. Lines drawn as the winner will punch their ticket to Firestone Stadium in Akron and the state tournament. They say great moments are born out of great opportunity. Somebody will be advancing to claim that and a little bit of hardware in their trophy case at their school at the end of this afternoon. Welcome aboard, everybody. The Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show is on the air. Brent Balbinot going solo here this afternoon. But trust me, our crew has been here 3 hours early. They are set up, and we appreciate you joining us. Beautiful weather, clear skies with a few cloudy, puffy clouds popping in. Plenty of sunshine, temperatures plus 70-plus degrees, and a little bit of a breeze to take the edge off of things as the Pilots at 18-4 overall, taking on the Warriors 23-5. The teams are starting their infield right now. Pilots, by virtue of the fact that they're going to be the away team, going first. Coach Bill Zartman and company doing the honors on the infield. It is dry, it is hard, and it is playing fast here this afternoon. We'll wait and see how many balls are put in play. As expected, solid pitching will be in the circle for both squads. Let's start with the Ayersville Pilots and junior Kendra Waldron. The Honey Badgers line reads impressive. She is 17-3 on the season, 132 and a third innings pitched. She's allowed just 74 hits during that time, only 32 runs, and just 22 earned. Again, the early cold weather, more winter-like, creating some problems defensively, but everybody playing sharp now 6 weeks later. Her walk-to-strikeout ratio, almost 9-1. 34 walks against 272 strikeouts. Opponents hitting just $1.60 against her. Her ERA, a stingy 1.16. On the other side, they will counter with the underclassmen, but just because she's a sophomore doesn't mean she isn't talented. Aubrey Godfried. Godfried's numbers also reading very gaudy, as she is 21-5 on the season. 162 and two-thirds innings pitched, 92 hits allowed, 56 runs, only 43 earned, 95 walks against 299 strikeouts, better than a 3-to-1 ratio. Opponents hitting just $1.57 against her, and an ERA of 1.85. So the only question remains here this afternoon: which wins out, the irresistible force or the immovable object? Stick around. In about 30 minutes, we will find out. Again, the crowd, I don't want to say somewhat late arriving here, but we're seeing the bleachers, especially underneath the grandstand, start to fill up. They brought in extra seating both down the third and the first base lines, and this one promises to be a good one here this afternoon. We're going to take a quick time out. Earlier this afternoon, I had a chance to sit down and talk with both head coaches, Mindy Walton in her 8th season at the helm for the Warriors, and Bill Zartman. He's been around basically since the school was formed. We joke with him a little bit, but in all honesty, he has coached these kids since they were in grade school. They are now one step away from punching the school's first ticket to the state tournament in Ayersville history. In their way, a Warrior team that has the same goal. We're going to take a quick time out. Back with more of the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestel.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Welcome back. The Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues. Boy, what a difference. Not even 48, maybe about 36 hours makes as we are back on the campus of Bowling Green University. Plenty of sunshine, clear blue skies. Temperatures expected to be 70 plus, and there's a little bit of a breeze to take the edge off of things. This is the weather that a regional final should be played in.
Yes, much better today.
Absolutely. Two of the best going after it. They know they're not just playing for the right to wear the uniform one more time, but the winner can make plans to head to Firestone in Akron in about a week. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. The Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show is on the air. Our thanks going out to Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac. Check out their great selection of new, and in my case, used vehicles because everybody's on a budget. If you can't make it in person, check them out online at drivebobestel.com. Coach Mindy Walton joining us right now. Coach, I jokingly sent you an email about 24 hours ago asking if your heart is back in sinus rhythm after that tremendous come-from-behind victory. Are you doing okay right
We're doing okay right now. It's back in rhythm. I've had a couple people ask me that. I said my life, I aged 10 years in the last half inning.
She doesn't have a gray hair on her head to show for it, so she hinds it well. Look, in all seriousness, it was a pitcher's duel through about 4.5 innings.
Yep.
Then all of a sudden, second, third trip through the lineup, which is not uncommon.
Right.
Saw some adjustments, saw some more base runners, saw some more offense. But you go into the bottom of the sixth, down 4-1.
4-1.
And your team explodes for 9 runs. So I'm going to ask you the question, what happened? Was it just a matter of seeing the pitcher for a third time? Was there something that she was tipping? What led to that?
I had seniors up, and I had my 7, 8, 9. Those are all seniors in those spots in the order, and I just think that they weren't ready to be done yet, and they were going to do everything they could to keep us here. So and they led off. We led off with 2 base hits that inning and a walk, and it just kind of trickled down from there. So they just weren't ready to be done.
I know it sounds cliche-ish, but sometimes it's contagious, right?
Yeah, it was
One
very
hit can
contagious.
lead to another,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what happened.
So it wasn't brilliant coaching. You just sat back and let nature take its course, so to speak?
At this point of the season, it is their game. It is their game to win. It is their game to lose. So, yeah.
Now, I think she's poor boying it on me just a little bit. But in all honesty, let's rewind before we preview today. Go back, and I know the weather is always garbage north of the Mason-Dixon line at the start of the season. Numbers that should be high are low. Numbers that should be low are high. And then as the weather warms up, you see true ball and true athletes start to take over. But let me ask you, where has this team improved the most from the start of the season now to the regional finals?
It has to be in our lineup. Just making contact 1 through 9. We really struggled with that at the beginning of the season, and we've made adjustments in my lineup throughout the season, and probably 3 to 4 weeks ago we were still making some of those changes. So they've really just started to put it together and work continuously 1 through 9 to get on base any way they can.
Well, and the stats bear that out. You've got 4 players hitting over 400, but
Right.
what's more impressive, I'll look to see who's drawing walks,
Yeah.
who's wearing one for the team. Are you getting a board, on-base percentage? You have 6 players at 450 or above.
Or above.
A walk, a hit by batter, it's all the same as a hit. Once you get on, how aggressive are you on the base paths?
We like to be aggressive, but again, that kind of depends on their defense as well. You get to this point, and you have to be very respectful of the catcher, on stealing bases. So we're really kind of look at the defense and what they're bringing to the table too.
All right, so let's talk approach at the plate. You're going to be facing potentially a future D1 pitcher here. The cream always separates itself this deep into the playoffs. But it's one thing to see an overpowering pitcher or a pitcher that's got a fantastic curve or rise ball. Kendra Waldron literally has 4 pitches that she can throw at any time in any count for a strike.
Yep.
Is there a general approach? What can you take away from a pitcher like that when you see
I really think we've worked really well in our schedule to be facing a pitcher like Kendra is. We know we stayed and watched her play Calvert, and we've faced Lincoln View's pitcher. We went and played them. We had a very good pitcher that we faced in Ontario. We did well against her. Our conference is. We have some great pitchers in
Absolutely.
our conference.
But approach, do you have a general one, at least a foundation? I know not everybody's a power hitter. Some are light hitters, some are slappers.
We know we have to lay off the rise ball. We know that she can bring a change, and we just have to basically see the ball from her hip.
So do you want to work her deep into the count, or quite often if you have an aggressive pitcher,
we
get
did
your best swing on?
we did talk about seeing a lot of pitches there in the first time through the lineup and getting more aggressive as we go.
See, I told her I was going to have her break her team down. I wasn't lying. Let's switch to the circle because you've got a pretty good pitcher.
Yeah,
as
we
well.
do.
Just
Yep.
an underclassman, but Avi
Yep.
Godfrey, a sophomore. Break her down. What's in her repertoire?
She has 4 pitches that she pitches consistently, and to be very honest with you, Kendra and Aubrey, in my eyes, are very, very similar. She's been, up against some of the top hitters in our conference, in our region, and she has over 300 strikeouts on the season.
Well, she's got a 3-to-1 walk to strikeout ratio.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you reach this level, and we've talked about it, you're going to face good hitters.
Oh,
There's
absolutely.
nothing wrong with pitching to contact, is
Right,
there?
right. Nope, not at all. We know that we're not going to strike everybody out. We know that they're going to hit the ball, and she has a very good defense behind her, so she's very confident in that as well.
Other than Sour Patch gummies as the bench snack, and that is the tradition that you've told me that this team has. What's your message? Do you treat this like any other ball game? Everybody knows what's on the line, but about staying in the moment, not making it too big.
We try to. This is one more game for us. They all understand what is next, but we have to play this game first, and we have to take it as the approach that we do every single game, one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, and go get it.
Is that the message? Go get it.
Yep, go get it.
All right.
It's yours
And enjoy
for the
it too,
taking.
right?
Absolutely.
There's a ton of teams that would kill to be in this position.
Correct. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Coach, we appreciate it. Thank you very much for your time. Best of
Thanks.
luck today.
Thank you.
Again, Coach Mindy Walton joining us on the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. We're going to take a quick time out. We're back with more right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
Welcome back. The Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show continues as DCTV Sports is on the air. Our pregame and first pitch just around the corner. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us. Man, what a difference 36 hours makes. The sun is out. You might need a little sunscreen on the nose earlier today, Coach. But with that said, 1 game away. Let's just be honest. Great moments are born out of great opportunity.
Sure.
And that's what Ayersville has here today. That's what they've earned here today. Coach Zartman joining us as they get set to take on the Warriors of BC Mohawk.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and rewind before we preview. Tough match.
Yeah.
Match. It's like the tennis. Tough game on Wednesday. Rep Boyd and I were talking about it during the postgame. So often you can look back, even in tight ball games, and say, this was a spot we missed. This was a spot we could have executed. This was a spot where they did. In all honesty, it was tough to find that, with the exception of one swing. Mickey Shreve, her first career homer, came in a great opportunity to answer one run in the top of the frame. What's this team's mindset now compared to just 36 hours ago?
I think we're the same mindset we were, coming out loose, having a good time.
Tattoos?
Tattoos today, I guess, of my face, I guess. I don't know why. But no, it's all in fun. The bus ride over was good. The kids are loose. We're ready to roll.
So let's walk into this one here. What did you see that you liked on Wednesday? But at the same time, another day to practice is another day to get better. Anything you were focusing on yesterday?
A lot of, again, our situational stuff, bunt coverage. Mohawk likes to bunt a lot. So we're going to, be prepared for that. Hitting wise, we kind of know what she throws. We kind of focused in on a little bit of that stuff as well. So, scouting, you kind of get those little pieces and then you just offer it up to the girls and hopefully they bite and take it and run with it. So
you don't want to overload,
Correct.
sensory overload this time. I know you said paralysis by analysis,
Yep.
but each scout is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Coach Walton, a ton of respect. They stayed and watched the second game. She calls her sophomore starter, Aubrey Gottfried, kind of a junior version of Kendra Waldron, meaning she's got 4 pitches she
Sure.
can throw for a strike in any count.
Correct.
Do you change your approach at all, or do you sit on any particular pitcher zone?
No, I think our biggest issue is going to be today making her pitch to us, get the ball down in the zone. If we chase out of the zone, she's going to be on fire. If we make her pitch to us, I think that's to our advantage. We're a good hitting team 1 through 9, and if we make her force it into the zone a little bit more, odds are good for us.
Is there any advantage, or is it a push at best, having played on this same field just 36 hours ago?
I think it's a push. The field conditions a little bit different than we're used to. A lot of our fields are real soft, and you get to the upper level stadiums that you come to. Obviously, this one being a D1 university, the field's going to be a little bit harder. Bounces is going to be a little bit harder. Bunts are going to roll a little bit further than normal. So I think having the opportunity to play on that changes things too. So,
and also just getting a feel for it. As you mentioned, it plays a little faster. It just does. But now that you've had a game underneath your belt, does that make a difference, at least mentally, if not physically?
I think more mentally, because we were able to go back to our place yesterday and practice, and our field's hard right now, so which is good. It was comparable to what we're playing on. So again, the girls seeing the speed of the ball coming at them, know they got to be down on it sooner. They play up, we're in trouble. So.
I'm not sure that you need to give Kendra Waldron any speeches here, but
Correct.
much like what you saw on Wednesday, the cream is separated from the crop. This is another
Sure.
team that's got 4 hitters batting over 450, 6 with an on-base percentage of 450 or higher. She didn't have the rise going probably the way she wanted to on Wednesday,
Correct.
but there's where you can fall back on the scroogey.
Sure.
Obviously, the curve is on. She knows what to do. I know she was giving the coaching staff credit,
Yeah.
but walk us through what sitting in the dugout is like, the conversations. What do you feel? What's working for you?
With me, I don't talk to Kendra too much during the game unless it's more of a mental side of things. I need to calm her down or something. But her and Aubrey who's my assistant coach, she calls pitches for her. Aubrey played for me. She pitched for me as well, so she's very familiar with Kendra and what she's capable of. And it's usually a her and Kendra conversation, and I just throw bits and pieces in there. Hey, reminder, this this hitter struggles with up in the zone, But Aubrey's phenomenal with Kendra. She does a great job communicating with her, and Kendra does a great job communicating with Aubrey as well.
Look, there's really nothing left to do but throw out the first pitch
Correct.
and get after.
Yep.
Is that an oversimplification, or is that accurate?
No, that's what it is. I mean, we've done our prep. The girls are just kind of antsy right now to get on the field and get things rolling, and that I'm sure both teams are the same way. Let's just get going and may the best team win. That's what it comes down to.
Only one Ayersville softball team prior to this in the history of the school has even made it to the regional finals. No pilot team has ever qualified for the state tournament. Coach, let's talk about being the first at the end of the day.
Yeah. I think it'll be awesome for the program. Being tied with the 03 team and getting to the finals is huge. A lot of these kids have never seen it. Parents have. It's great for our community. The kids back home know everything that's going on right now. They're in the middle of rec season right now, so they see us practicing and holding out their games because we're practicing on the field. So it's kind of nice. We kind of get a fan base showing up to our practices at the end. I think it's good for the kids. They talk to our girls. Obviously, they're role models for the younger generation. But yeah, I think it would be huge for the community to get a spring sport, not just track to get to the state tournament or state finals. And we've had a baseball team make it to the state championship game and win it. So, so it's awesome for us. I'd love to put a little yellow neon ball up there as a state champion or a state finalist, So
We appreciate everything you've done to help us get the word out.
Yeah.
One more time, best of luck.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate everything you guys do.
Coach Zartman joining us on the Ayersville Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show. We're going to have the starting lineups when we come back. Don't you go anywhere. First pitch around the corner. You're watching DCTV Sports.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Ohio is in a foster care crisis. Kids with real needs, medical, emotional, behavioral, are waiting for homes. Cornerstone Treatment Foster Care is looking for families ready to make a difference. You've thought about it, now it's time. Contact Cornerstone Treatment Foster Care today.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
There you get a good look at what Bob Ross would call a lovely little sky. Some white clouds dotting clear blues, plenty of sunshine, temperatures well above 70 degrees, and a little bit of a breeze right now blowing across the diamond from left to right at about 15 miles an hour. You could not have ordered up a better day to play softball. On the line, a trip to Firestone Stadium and the state tournament 2025 style. The regional finals will see 18-4 Ayersville taking on 23-5 the Mohawks, the Warriors of Mohawk, the Pilots of Ayersville. Brent Balbinot saying thank you for joining us as the Estill Chevrolet Cadillac pregame show about to put a wrap on it. Let's give you your Baker Schindler Company starting lineups. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years, Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, Baker-Schindler.com. As there you get a good look from our center field camera. Coach Brown for the Warriors, Coach Zartman for the Pilots, exchanging lineup cards, pleasantries, and handshakes. Let's take a look at who will be facing who as we are getting set for the playing of the national anthem. Both teams getting set to come out of their respective dugouts. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Ayersville lineup. The batting order has not changed since they played their first playoff game a little over a week ago. Kendra Waldron will lead it off. The Honey Badger, not just a great pitcher, but a great hitter, batting .405 on the season, an on-base percentage of .443. Hitting second, Michaela Sierra. Batting third, it will be the junior shortstop, Ariel Brown. Brown hitting .369. Ava Sigler will be batting in the cleanup spot. Daniela Coble, the freshman catcher, will hit fifth. Aubrey Limber, first baseman, batting sixth. Addison Zartman, the designated player, hitting seventh. Rylan Beecher, the senior, roaming center field, hitting eighth. And in the nine-hole, Mickey Shreve, the senior, whose two-run homer in the bottom of the third was the difference in a 2-1 ball game, advancing the Pilots to today's regional final. On the flip side, defensively for the Warriors of Mohawk, and we'll take a look at them, how they'll line up in the field. Sophomore, Abby Godfried, the sophomore, in the circle. She's got an impressive record, 21-5 in 162 2/3 innings pitched, 56 runs allowed, but only 43 earned, 95 walks against 300 strikeouts, and an ERA of sub-2 at 1.85. Senior Mallory Brickner will complete the battery. She's behind the plate. From left to right on the infield, it goes sophomore, senior, sophomore, freshman. Katie Woodland at third, Avery Barth at short, Emily Brickner at second, Blake Miller at first. From left to right in the green, it goes freshman, senior, senior. Trenna Johnson, Allison Russell, and Anna Russell. They are twins. As you can see, the Warriors, from Mohawk, out along the third base line in their black uniforms with the red lettering and numerals with the white pinstripes and the red stirrups. Ayersville on the other side, just to the left there, as you can see them lining up down the first base line in their traveling gray uniforms with the Columbia blue stripes on the jersey sleeves and numerals, gold lettering with the black stirrups. Both sets of rosters being introduced here as we are getting set for first pitch. If you're on your way, get here ASAP because they are pretty much out of room in the bleachers. They had already pre-sold, I was told, 475 tickets for this, and I think it's a fair bet to say there are well over 500 people in the park in attendance right now. Some bringing their own lawn chairs, others just standing room only. Small schools traveling with large contingencies. And there you get a good look at the grandstand bleachers. Good luck finding a spot. Sun beaming down. And it may be 70 to 75 degrees, but I can guarantee you on the field, what they call feet heat, it's going to be even warmer. Hydration going to be crucial today, as I'm being told temperatures right now 73 degrees, and that's the air temperature. Reserve players now being introduced. It's current weather. You take a look at it right there. And there at the bottom of your screen, you see something that we haven't seen until today, a 4-man umpiring crew. Blue at every base. And they have drawn the following assignments here this afternoon. David Miller has the gear on. He will be behind the plate. He's got balls and strikes. Down at first base, Eric Bond. At second base, Steve Trout. And making all the impartial calls at third, David Robinstein. And there you see the men in blue, a very seasoned crew on hand for a huge game here this afternoon. The old phrase, if you caught the pregame, talking with Coach Zartman for Ayersville, and likewise Coach Walton for Mohawk. And the old phrase, great moments are born out of great opportunity. And that's what both these teams have here this afternoon, a chance to punch their ticket next week to Firestone Stadium and the state tournament. Ayersville trying to do something no team in the history of the school has done before. As everybody comes to a stand, it's time for the national anthem, brought to you by our sponsor, the Defiance County Veterans Office. The national anthem in the books. Our thanks going out to our underwriter, the Defiance County Veterans Office. Proud to support local veterans and their families, connecting them with resources available to them. If you are a veteran or a family member of a veteran, would like to know what you qualify for, give them a call, 419-782-6861. That's 419-782-6861. Again, the Pilots will be the visiting team here this afternoon. The Warriors will be the home team as they are about to be given the okay to take the field. Everybody amped up right now. There's an edge that only can be said to play ball. And there you see the Ayersville Pilots team picture. That was last Saturday after their district championship win over Antwerp. As you can imagine, all smiles. Their opponents here this afternoon did the same thing, as there you see the Mohawk Warriors. They meet today for the right to go to the state tournament. Finishing her warm-ups. And there you take a look at the sophomore, Aubrey Godfried. Pitching well above her underclassmen experience. Talking with Coach Wilton. And she told me, I said, break her down for me. Basically, Coach Walton said a junior version of Kendra Waldron. But what she's going to do is bring a 4-pitch mix. She's got a fastball. She doesn't really have a curve. Instead, she will mix in a screwball a rise, which is her swing and miss pitch, and a changeup, which is basically just show me. She'll operate with that fastball about 60 to 62 miles an hour, but if she needed a strikeout with the bases loaded, she'd throw the screwball. Kendra Waldron digs in from the right side, that shimmy that we've become so familiar with. Takes upstairs for ball one, and we are underway at Meserve Field. Dimensions here, pretty much equal down the right and the left field lines, as well as straightaway center, 200. As this one misses high and away. Waldron looking at a 2-0 count. Kendra hitting 405 entering today's game. She's got some pop in that bat, though. 7 home runs to go along with 3 triples. She also has 4 doubles. She swings and chops this one into the dirt, 2-1. Waldron digs back in. Spins that bat, sways those hips, gets her base set. She couldn't lay off the rise. Strike 2. Well, I'm looking at Woodland, the sophomore third baseman, and she's in probably about 4 or 5 feet at third. Not quite as much. The freshman first baseman, Miller. Off speed, this one a number back to the mound. Glove by Gottfried. She fields her position well. Kendra Waldron retired to open up this afternoon's ball game. So here's Michaela Sierra digging in. Michaela Sierra hitting .268 on the season. On base percentage of .278. She squares, lays a beauty down the first base line, almost too good. It went right to Blake Miller, who makes the tag for the unassisted putout, and just like that, there's 2 down. So here's Ariel Brown digging in. Junior third baseman Brown hitting .369. Somewhat open stance, a little deeper in the box. Takes a bender for a strike on the inside corner. As Scoop Miller might say, good hold. Even if you do swing, you're probably just going to fist that one down, a slow roller to the third baseman. This one misses high and away, 1-1. Well, this is an interesting mix of under and upperclassmen for Mohawk. You've got a sophomore pitcher, a senior catcher, as this one misses above the visor, ball 2. You got 2 sophomores and a freshman on the infield with a senior at short, but then seniors in center and right with a freshman in left. So there really isn't a whole lot of happy medium. It's baby sharks and experience as this one misses low. And Brown has done a good job of holding here. Count now 3-1. We'll see if she gets something to work with. Gottfried checks her wrists in her progression. Deals. Rise, a swing and a miss. Brown couldn't catch up with it, and the count now full. Outfield pretty much straight away. A little deep in center, Russell. Likewise, Johnson in left. The ball traveled on Wednesday as this one paints the black on the outside corner. A called third strike, a Premier Bank strikeout to end the Pilots here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Through 1/2 inning, Ayersville nothing. Mohawk coming to the plate. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
Back at Missouri Field on the campus of Bowling Green University, it is the District 7 regional finals. Couple of top seeds in their respective districts, and there you see the junior Kendra Waldron. The Honey Badger has finished her warm-up, smacks the ball in her glove. Waldron on the season. We'll break down her stats in just a second. And she's 17, make that 18-3. A 1.16 ERA and 132 and a third innings pitched. Her walk-to-strikeout ratio is nearly 9-1, 34 walks to 272 strikeouts. She deals to Emily Brickner, the leadoff hitter for the Warriors. Brickner hitting .436 on the season. 2-0, swing and a miss as she busts her inside for strike one. Brickner, 7 doubles, 3 triples, also a home run on the season. She's got an on-base percentage of .505, so basically 1 out of every 2 trips she steps to the plate, she's finding her way aboard, and this is a great example of it as she's worked the count to 3-1. She'll step back in. Waldron rubbing the ball on her belt. Comes home. There's a strike on the inside corner. She had already taken a step or two toward first base, and home plate umpire David Miller says, "Get back here, young lady." "3-2. Just a bit above the letters, ball 4. So the leadoff batter aboard for the Warriors as that brings up twin sister Mallory Brickner. Brickner hitting .406. Tied for tops on the roster, I should say, in RBI with 40. And she takes a strike here. She does have some pop in the bat. 9 doubles, 6 home runs on the season. And the wind right now looks like it's going to make this a bit more of a pitcher's park as it's blowing straight in at about 15 miles an hour. As Waldron challenges her right down middle, center cut fastball. Brickner fouls it straight back. So 0-2. This is where Kendra Waldron likes to go to the screwball as her out pitch. We'll see if she busts her inside. Off speed, this one lined down the left field line. It gets down for a base hit. Well, Waldron that time didn't quite get the action on that pitch that she wanted. And the Warriors have a little something brewing here in the bottom of the first with nobody out and 2 aboard. So here's Katie Woodland, arguably the biggest Warrior of them all. Woodland hitting a robust .457 on the season. 11 home runs, 7 doubles, 45 RBI. Swing and a miss as Waldron comes right after her. Power pitcher, power hitter. Key situation already here in the bottom of the first. Waldron deals. Rise ball floats upstairs. Waldron toes the rubber. Woodland gets the sign, digs back in, deep in the box. The 1-1. She pulled a string, and that's over the heart of the plate, strike 2. She froze her. Dirty change. One and 2. Waldron got ahead in the count in the last batter, but caught too much of the plate. We'll see if she does here, or maybe wastes a pitch. Well, she comes right after her, and Woodland was just a little late. 2-2. Waldron looking to retire the first out here. This one misses upstairs, and Coble, the freshman catcher, will walk it back to her pitcher. Two balls, 2 strikes. 2 aboard here, bottom of the first. No score, but the Warriors threatening early. Kendra Waldron trying to be her own best friend. She could use a strikeout. Got her swinging! A Premier Bank strikeout as she busted her inside on the fists for a huge strikeout, one away. Premier Bank, simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. YourPremierBank.com. Still not out of the woods. Kendra Waldron with a couple aboard, only one down. Aubrey Godfried will dig in from the right side. Counterparts facing each other early. Godfried hitting .426. Also, again, a healthy productivity from the plate with 40 RBI and an on-base percentage of .450. Waldron busts her high and inside. Behind in the count now, 2 balls, no strikes. The wind has died down a bit, but still blowing straight in from center field. Beecher playing a bit more shallow in center. Corners playing a little deeper, especially Shreve and right. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. Boy, that had some dance to it. There's that Scroogey. Man. Looked almost like a Frisbee. Lateral break. 2-1. Waldron. Long look in. We'll see where Coble sets up. Comes right after with the heat. Foul tip. Coble hangs on. 2-2. Well, this is where Waldron might normally waste a pitch. Come with that screwball, but we'll wait and see. With runners at first and second, she doesn't just reach back and bring that 65-mile-an-hour heater. Instead, it's upstairs, and the count runs full. Bottom of the first, crucial situation early in this ball game. The payoff pitch. Waldron sets, deals, sliced into left field, knocked down. They're going to wave the runner. The throw is going to be way offline. Everybody will advance. The ball's still loose. There'll be a play at the plate. Coble was late to get on it, and a second run scores. Godfried with an RBI. I'll wait and see if that's going to be an RBI single because the run scored on an errant throw from left field. Either way, 2 runs come across, and there's now a runner at third. Well, it would have been interesting to see what a good throw from Sierra in left would have done because it would have been a bang-bang play. As it stands, I think Godfried probably gets an RBI there. We'll have to see. I'll check with the scorers here inside the press box after this end of the inning.
First baseman number 10, Blake Miller.
Right now, Blake Miller digs in from the left side. And Sigler coming in. This one popped up. Coble's there. Couldn't quite gauge it. She took a step forward. It was actually behind her. Oh, that is a huge break for Mohawk. Still only one away with a runner at third. Waldron deals, bunted, fouled, straight back, ahead in the count 0-2. Well, Kendra Waldron has been here through the first 5 hitters of this Warrior roster. Every hitter has had 2 strikes, but she's had problems getting that put away or swing and miss pitch. Miller asks for time, steps out. Waldron ready. Deals. Tries to live on the outside corner. Snap throw down to third. The ball scoots away. There's a play at third here if they want it. Coble throws. Check that. Brown throws. Coble can't make the tag. And Godfried scores on the error. Boy, here we were thinking this game might be 1-0, 2-1. And the Warriors have already plated 3 in the bottom of the first. This paints the black on the outside corner, strike 3. 2 down. That'll bring up Anna Russell. Russell, right-hander, takes a nasty booking curve. Strike one.
Number 18 and Russell.
Russell hitting .275 on the season. This one down the third base line. I believe it's going to be foul. Boy, Sigler, there's where you need to just let it go. If you're going to be that late on it, just let it roll foul. It happened to roll foul as she was still trying to play it. And it will be 0-2. And we'll see if Waldron wants to waste a pitch or if she comes right at her. Trying to end the inning here. Swing and a miss. She got her. A Premier Bank strikeout. And that will end it for Mohawk here in the bottom of the first, but not before they score in some unconventional manners. 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and nobody left aboard. We are through 1. Warriors 3, Pilots nothing. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Back at Missouri Field, top of the second. Warriors scored 3. Only 2 were earned in the bottom half of that frame, but they count on the scoreboard just the same. An uncharacteristic 2 crucial errors by the Pilots. And their offense finds themselves down by 3 as 4, 5, and 6, Sigler, Coble, and Limber set to take their first cuts of the ball game against sophomore starter Aubrey Godfried. As this one misses upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 on the way. Kind of a get-me-over fastball. It is at the letters. Evens the count up, 2-2. Sigler hitting .239 entering this afternoon's contest. This one way upstairs. And we'll see if she gets something to hit with a full count. Sun beaming down. Really heating things up. 70-plus degrees here this afternoon. Swing and a miss. Premier Bank strikeout to open up the Pilot second. And the line moves to freshman catcher Daniela Coble.
Now batting, here is the catcher number 24, Daniela Coble.
Coble, second highest batting average on the team entering this afternoon's contest, hitting .415. The 1-0. Godfrey deals. Misses in the cellar. Pilots still looking for their first base runner. Godfrey checks her wristband. A little bit of a late decision on the swing. Fouled away right side. Two-on upstairs, second straight hitter. Actually third if you go back to Ariel Brown to end the first, to run it to a 3-ball count. See if she gets something to hit here. Godfried fires. Popped up right side. Will the park hold it? Drifting over. It will not. Count runs full. Well, Ayersville won a pitcher's duel 2-1 over Tiffin Calvert on Wednesday. Sycamore Mohawk trailed 4-1 going into the bottom of the 6th. and then exploded for 9 runs to knock off West Unity Hilltop 10-4. Trip to Akron and Firestone Stadium on the line here as this one fouled straight back. Coble, deep breath, staring at the barrel of her bat, trying to stay locked in. Godfrey deals inside, ball 4, and the Pilots have their first runner of the ball game.
Now batting here is first baseman number 12, Aubrey Limber.
Brings up the left-handed hitting sophomore first baseman Aubrey Limber. Stands very deep in the box, chokes way up on the bat, takes that running stab at it. Has been trying to learn the art of being a slap hitter. Preston to service with the injury at first base to senior Addie Zartman, who has stayed in the lineup but as the designated player. And Limber has given a great accounting of herself this season as she fouls this one. So we used to call him an ugly finder into the opposing dugout. 1-1. Runner boy, she's lucky she didn't make contact. She looked like she might have stepped out of the box. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. See what Gottfried comes with ahead in the count. Doesn't matter, swing and a miss. Snap throw down to first, and Coble gets caught napping. It's a double play. Score at 2-3 on the snap throw down to first. Coble gets back-picked, and just like that, a promising inning comes to a quick end for the Pilots. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We're through 1.5. No change in our score. Warriors 3, Pilots nothing. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need
to make your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Here is left fielder number 6.
Bottom of the second. 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors for Mohawk. No runs on no hits, 2 errors for Ayersville. Kendra Waldron will face the bottom of the order. 7, 8, and 9. Trenna Johnson, Allison Russell, and Avery Barth. This one misses way upstairs. Johnson. Hitting .291 entering today's ball game. Swing, sends a high fly ball fairly deep to left, and that turns Sierra all the way around as she will stroll into second base. Trenna Johnson with a leadoff double. Sierra just looked like she didn't read that very well off the bat. Now with the wind blowing straight in from center, I'm not sure if that affected it at all, but Michaela Sierra, I'm not sure she saw it off the bat. I'm looking up, and again, we've got plenty of white clouds here this afternoon, but with a green ball, their eyesight's better than mine, but I'm just wondering if she had problems picking it up. As digging in from the right side, Allison Russell.
11, Allison Russell.
1-0 the count. Swing and a miss here. Russell hitting just .247 on the season with 13 RBI. Working toward the bottom of the order here. Waldron needs to strike out. She could become her own best friend. Squaring to bunt. They've got the wheel play on. This one misses upstairs. 2-1. Late afternoon sun, creating a little bit of a hazy effect here at Missouri Field. The 2-1, very late decision on the swing. Russell looking at a 2-2 count. Two on the way. Waldron elevates. Payoff pitch coming. Inside, ball 4. First 2 aboard for Mohawk here in the bottom of the second as Avery Barth. Barth hitting 277 out of the 9-hole. That's certainly respectable. Late decision to offer here, strike 1. Waldron deals, popped up. This is coming straight back our way. And a nice catch by a young Ayersville fan. I thought for a second Kendall Boer might reach up and grab it. Standout volleyball and basketball player. She didn't make an effort. 0-2. Just a bit outside. Ball 1. All right, she tried to waste a pitch, nibbling on the black. Kendra Waldron showed a little frustration. Looked like she wanted that pitch. See if she comes back with the fastball. Maybe that's Scroogey. No, instead she just brings the gas. Strike 3, that's a Premier Bank strikeout, 1 away. So the lineup turns over. Emily Brickner, no official at bat as she drew a walk to lead off the first. Came around to score the first of 3 runs for the Warriors. Digs in with 1 down. Runners at first and second. Late decision to swing, strike 1. Waldron wants to quick pitch, and Brickner's not going to allow it. Taking her time before she digs back in. Off speed, little number, is that going to find room? It will. They may have a play at second, except nobody's covering. They'll go to third instead. The tag wasn't needed by Sigler's. That's a force out, and Ayersville dodges a huge bullet. Heads-up play by Rylan Beecher, the center fielder, and a good job by Sigler to get back and cover third, and they get the force. That's just a tough play for Trenna Johnson. She's got to hold to read it down.
Here is catcher number 3, Mallory Brickner.
So with 2 down, here's Brickner digging in. Mallory 1 for 1, single to left just an inning ago. The 0-1. Busts her inside, and Waldron now starting to find that secondary pitch. She'll work both halves of the plate. She'll work all 4 quadrants, and it's 0-2. This one way upstairs. She tried to hump it up. 1-2. With that wind blowing straight in, center fielder Rylan Beecher playing a bit more shallow with a couple of hard hit balls that didn't travel very far. Swing and a miss, she got her, strike 3. A Premier Bank strikeout as Waldron strikes out 2 of the 3 Warriors she faces. And thanks to some heads-up defense, no damage done here in the bottom of the second. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left aboard. We're through 2, no change in our score. 3-0 Warriors. Back after this on DCTV Sports.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
There you get a look at the Pilot dugout. On their heels a little bit right now after surrendering 3 runs in the bottom of the first. Plenty of ball left to be played as we welcome you back to Missouri Field on the campus of Bowling Green State University. District 6 Regional Final. The winner of this one advances to Firestone Stadium next week and the state tournament. And there you take a look at sophomore pitcher Aubrey Godfried. She's been nothing short of spectacular through the first 2 innings. 1 base runner allowed. It was a walk. She hasn't faced a batter over the minimum as that walk, Daniela Coble, got backpicked to end the last frame. So Addie Zartman swings on a pitch that busts her inside. 1-1 the count. Zartman entering today's contest at 381 with that heavy brace on her left knee. Swing and a miss. Bottom fell out of that pitch. We joked with her prior to the game. We've just nicknamed her Straight Line. All she's got to do is sprint 60 feet and get to the base, and they'll courtesy run for her. Instead, she swings and misses here for a Premier Bank strikeout to open up the Pilot third. And Aubrey Godfried has some movement on that. I'm assuming it was a rise ball. It broke away. This one misses way upstairs. Beecher has seen the average slowly climb over the last 4 weeks to 298 right now. She takes strike 1. Bottom of this lineup has been murderer's row for the Pilots over the last 3 weeks. 7, 8, and 9 have recorded a high percentage of their scores. As a chopper to third, Woodland sets up for her nicely on a candy hop. Score at 5-3. And just like that, there's 2 away. So here's Mickey Shreve, senior right fielder, and was the player of the game on Wednesday. Her 2-run homer in the bottom of the third answered a run that Tiffin Calvert scored in the top of the frame, and it ended up being the difference in a 2-1 victory. Not your prototypical 9-hole hitter. As she takes a strike on the black. Shreve hitting .426 out of the 9-hole. Went after a pitch that looked like it might have been not a changeup, certainly a 3/4 fastball. Couldn't lay off it, couldn't catch up to it. 1-2. Godfrey deals strike 3. A Premier Bank strikeout to end the top of the third. No runs on no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. Warriors up by 3. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com. For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Bottom of the third sees the meat of the order for the Warriors, 3, 4, and 5. Katie Woodland strolling to the plate. Aubrey Gottfried on deck. Blake Miller in the hole. Woodland swings through a first pitch offering from Kendra Waldron. Waldron got into a mild jam an inning ago. Worked her way out of it as she brings a change up here, and it's about 2 feet short of the plate. One. Woodland 0 for 1, struck out swinging for the first out in the first. This one misses upstairs, 3-1. This one ripped but foul. A little early on it. Well over the third base fence. Well, off the mark, and that's ball 4. By my count, by my book, yeah. I'm not sure what haze everybody in the field was on. That was ball 4. And maybe Katie Woodland wanted another pitch, but that's ball 4. Take your base.
Now batting here is pitcher number 1, Aubrey Gottfried.
So Aubrey Gottfried digs in. First pitch swinging and laces this one into left field. Boy, she has been swinging a hot bat. Pulling a couple, and now the throw gets away, trying to take third, and a heads-up play by Coble and Sigler to get back. Katie Woodland has come down trying to take the extra 60 feet. Now on the throw, Gottfried will take second. .725 makes it 1 down with a runner at second. This one bunted up the third base line. Only play will be first as Sigler fires. Sacrifice does the job, but now there's 2 away. It'll be up to Anna Russell as it will take a 2-out hit. First pitch downstairs.
This is right fielder number 18, Anna Russell.
Swing and a miss here, 0-2. Waldron, despite seeing motion on the base pass, trying to get out of the inning for the second straight time with no damage done. Popped up right side. This is going to be trouble, and it stays inside the foul line. You couldn't have run down there and dropped it any better. That ball just blooped inside the right field foul line, and Russell brings home Gottfried for the 4th run of the ball game for the Warriors. That stings if you are Ayersville. But that's this game way too often. As this one, a number down to first, bobbled. Nice job to stay with it by Limber as she recovers. Score it unassisted on the putout, but it comes 1 hitter too late for Ayersville tastes. 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, 1 left the board. We're through 3. Warriors 4. Pilots, nothing. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. personalized service, and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Top of the fourth. Welcome back to Missouri Field on the campus of Bowling Green State University. Will be the top of the order for the Ayersville Pilots, trying to solve the mystery that is Warrior sophomore pitcher Aubrey Gottfried, as she will deal to her counterpart Kendra Waldron for a strike. Kendra 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. Fouled straight back. She took a little something off of it. Waldron couldn't catch up to it. Warriors scored 3 in the bottom of the first. Only 1 was earned. They tacked on some insurance in the bottom of the last frame. So this one misses way upstairs. 1-2. Waldron shimmies her way back into the box. Swing and a miss. She got her. Strike 3. A Premier Bank strikeout. It's her 6th of the afternoon as Michaela Sierra will dig in. Sierra 0 for 1 with a ground out to first. Squares to bunt. This is a beauty. It's going to take a great play. Firing off her back foot, and that's exactly what Woodland does. Sometimes you just tip your cap to the opposition. Sierra laid a beauty down the third base line, and Woodland just made a great defensive play. So here's Ariel Brown digging in, 0 for 1, struck out looking to end the first. Takes upstairs. That is the pitch that the Pilots need to lay off. It's not been called a strike. They've gone fishing a bit this afternoon. 1-0. All of a sudden she reaches back, and it may not be overpowering. It's 60 to 62 miles an hour, but after you get a steady diet of soft stuff upstairs, it looks faster. Speed your bat up. 1-1. This one's off the end of the bat. Will it get down? It's traveling into the gap, and it gets down in between Russell and Russell. Brown rounding second. She will dig for 3. The play, not in time. Ariel Brown smacking her helmet, motioning towards her teammates in the first base dugout, saying, "Let's go!" The first hit of the afternoon for Ayersville. Well, we'll see if Ava Sigler can come up with a clutch 2-out hit. She's 0 for 1, struck out to open up the second inning. Ayersville desperately trying to get one back. A swing and a miss. Sigler locking in. Godfrey deals. This one fouled straight back. She worked her downstairs. And now the count 0-2. I don't think there was any question that Ariel Brown was going to take second, but she didn't hesitate. She didn't even bother checking in with Coach Zartman. She saw it in front of her and picked up an extra 60 feet. The only question is, can they bring her home? And they cannot. Ava Sigler is a strikeout victim for the second time today. No runs on a hit, no errors. A runner left at third, 3.5 in the books. Mohawk 4, Ayersville nothing. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
Back at Missouri Field, you've got some youngsters that, well, they're using the boundary markers for something other than their intended purpose. Exploring the regions of the complex here. Bottom of the fourth brings up the bottom of the order for the Warriors, 8-9, and then the top of the order. Allison Russell digs in. Avery Barth on deck, and Emily Brickner in the hole. 0-1 misses upstairs to Russell. No official at bat as she drew a walk back in the second inning. Waldron busts her inside a little too far. Pilots got their first hit of the ball game, a two-out triple by Ariel Brown in the top half of this inning, but Ava Sigler struck out, keeping them off the board. Under misses upstairs, and again, a 3-ball count. Three and one. Waldron rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. Waldron's got 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. We'll see if she can pick up number 5 here and retire the leadoff hitter.
It's in the 4th inning now.
Deals. Got her! A Premier Bank strikeout to open up the Warrior 4th. So here's Avery Barth digging in. She's one of those strikeout victims to lead off a second. Standing very deep in the box. High and tight. Now the skies straight away to center field are getting a little darker. Right now, we remain dry and sunny. Swing and a miss. Nasty looking curve. Get a good look from our center field camera there. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Some nasty movement. Looks like she might have even taken a little something off of it. See if Waldron comes right after her here. She does. Blows her away with a low fastball, strike 3. 2 down. I would love to see the gun on that one. Arguably the fastest pitch she's thrown this afternoon.
Back to the top of the lineup here, second baseman number 14, Emily.
So the lineup rolls over. 4th inning, 3rd at bat for the leadoff hitter, Emily Brickner. She's 1 for 1 with a single and a walk, a run scored. She scored the first run of the ball game way back in the first when the Warriors put up 3. Oh and 1, make it 0 and 2. Waldron looking for her first 1-2-3 inning. Can she get him via the K? Brickner is sly, taking her time before she digs back in. She's well off the plate. Waldron called strike 3 at the knees. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. A backwards K, a Premier Bank strikeout as Kendra Waldron, finding her rhythm, strikes out the side here in the bottom of the 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We'll head to the top of the 5th, calling the Pilot offense. They trail 4-0. We're back after this on DCTV Sports.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
There you see some blue skies. They are darker in the west. There was a slight chance of some late afternoon showers in the forecast. Right now, Missouri Field, well, just as I was about to say bathed in sunshine, it gets a little cloudy. As this one fouled away off the right side. Daniela Coble, freshman catcher. Drew a walk back in the second, but then got picked off for the final out of the inning. Pilots have only been able to manage one hit as this one. She's trying to give her a piece of candy, but missed way upstairs, and Coble does a good job to hold. Coble digs back in, looking at a 2-1 count. Gottfried busts her inside. It's a little low, ball 3. Hit, walk, wear one for the team, doesn't matter. You've got to get aboard. Down by 4 runs. The Pilots would have to load them just to bring the tying run to the plate. 3-1. She was taking all the way, and she takes a get-me-over fastball. If indeed you want to call it a fastball, a strike on the outside corner. And now we'll see what Godfrey decides to bring. She struck out 7 this afternoon. Payoff pitch. Popped up right side. It will get out of play. Coble hanging tough with 2 strikes. Aubrey Limber in the on-deck circle. And then you get to the bottom third of the order. And that's not something you usually hear fans say. We want 7, 8, and 9. But 7, 8, and 9 have been very productive for the Pilots. As this one popped up right side. Brickner giving chase, going back almost a collision with Russell. But she makes the catch for the first out. Well, the wind has switched, and it has really become gusty. Instead of blowing straight in from center, it is now blowing, there you see it, blowing across the diamond from left to right. Outside corner, David Miller says a bit too far outside. Aubrey Limber takes ball 1. Interesting, with the wind blowing from left to right, even with the lefty up, Allison Russell in center is playing her to go oppo as this one, a little humpback liner over Katie Woodland's head at third, and the Pilots have their second hit of the ball game. Nice job by Aubrey Limber to keep her hands inside the ball and literally just punch it the opposite way. So here's Addison Zartman. Zartman hitting .381 entering today's contest. Just trying to make some contact. Takes inside, ball 1. Zartman digs in. Maybe off the plate just a little bit. The 1-0. Late swing. Boy, I don't know what it is on the timing, or maybe it's the release point of Aubrey Gottfried. Pilot hitters are having a world of trouble picking her up. They're just a little late, even with a center cut pitch like that. It's almost like Gottfried's throwing an invisible fastball. This one misses upstairs. Two and 1. Wind really picking up now. Gottfried deals way upstairs, ball 3. Second of 3 hitters here in this inning for the Pilots to go to a 3-ball count. See if she's got the green light. We'll see if Gottfried gives her something to swing at. Oh, my. Outside corner, strike 2. Woo! Well, that's the same pitch that Ariel Brown got rung up on to end the first, and now Zartman will have to be protecting. Payoff pitch on the way. Fouled straight back. Boy, she got one elevated, and Gottfried got away with one there. Zartman just missed. Didn't get the barrel of the bat on it, and we'll do it again. Sophomore rocks and fires. Popped up. This is going back. Barth at short makes the over-the-shoulder catch. 2 down. So here's Beecher digging in. Well, the sun has disappeared behind a long wall of somewhat dark clouds off to the west. The wind is really picking up. It's cooled things off, but right now it is staying dry. As Beecher takes ball one, she's 0 for 1 with a ground out to third back in the third inning. 1-0, misses outside. Two 2-0. Beecher looking for something to hit. Godfrey checks her wristband, goes through her progressions, swing and a miss. Again, a little late. Two and one. Might think Beecher would be sitting as if she's got a 3-1 count here. One pitch, one spot. Oh, that spot's off her hip. Rylan Beecher wears one. And for the first time this afternoon, the Pilots have multiple base runners. Runners at first and second. Still with two down. Up steps Mickey Shreve. She did it on Wednesday. Not to say she can go yard here, but just a hit. Something to bring home the first run. They're playing her to go oppo. Fouls this one straight back. Shreve 0 for 1, struck out swinging to end the third. Oh and 1. Godfrey checks her wristband. Brings it downstairs. Wind all over the place now, blowing straight in from center again, but much gustier. This one gets away from the catcher, Brickner. Station to station, 60 feet, 60 feet. Limber to third. Beecher to second on the wild pitch. The first real mistake of the ball game by Godfrey. It's 2 and 1. And now you're figuring with two runners in scoring position, despite 2 outs, the Pilots have got to bring something home here, trailing 4-0. Shreve checks Coach Zartman in the third base box. Will she get something to work with? 2-1. Godfrey leans back, deals. Outside, ball 3. Top of the order, and Kendra Waldron standing in the on-deck circle. Oh, what a scenario potentially playing out here. The 3-1. Fouled straight back. Again, just a little under it. Here we go. Pilot fans putting their hands together. Payoff pitch coming. Shreve trying to stay locked in. Deep breath. Full count pitch coming. Popped her up. This is going to drop. It's a sprint to the bag, and they cannot make it as a great throw by Avery Barth guns her down. Ayersville's biggest threat snuffed out here in the top of the 5th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 2 left the board in scoring position. We'll head to the bottom of the frame. No change in our score. Warriors 4, Pilots nothing. You're watching Regional Final Softball on DCTV.
Being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need
to make your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
They get a good look at the Stars and Stripes in straightaway center field, and they have been whipping over the past half inning. I know it says 15 miles an hour, but it is a lot stronger than that right now as some ominously looking dark clouds coming in from the west. The rain is holding off. You can tell just by sticking your head out of the press box here, things have cooled off considerably. There you get a look at them. 2, 3, and 4, Brickner, Woodland, and Godfrey to face Kendra Waldron. 1 ball, 1 strike. Mallory Brickner 1 for 2 this afternoon with a single and a run scored back in the first. She's also struck out swinging to win the second. Pilots left 2 aboard at second and third. They've stranded 3, all in scoring position so far this afternoon. 2-1. Brickner. Gritty catcher. Did she check her swing? No, she did not. Home plate umpire David Miller points at her, says strike 2. Waldron, deep breath. Deals, fouled straight back. We hear one fan participating in the crowd. 2-2. Lined down the left field line and booted by Sierra up against the fence. Rounding second, is she going to try 3? They've got her if they try it, but the throw is a little low. I'm not sure that she wouldn't have legged out a double if Sierra had fielded that cleanly. So we're going to see a hit and an error. Checking with the booth in here, a hit and an error. So a single and then taking second base on the error on the play and left. And the Warriors keeping the pressure on as Katie Woodland digs in, takes high and away. Woodland 0 for 1 with a walk. Struck out back in the first. Woodland's numbers read like a video game. Strike is in there, hitting .457 coming into this afternoon's contest. 11 home runs, 7 triples, 8 doubles out of her 42 hits and 39 RBI. So this one pops straight back. You might hear it bounce off the roof of the press box. Did one of our camera operators make the catch? Actually, did Richard make that catch? No. You're going to have to cut him. 1-2. Popped away. Straight back again, but off to the right. This has become quite a battle here between Kendra Waldron and Katie Woodland. 1-2. Popped up. Shallow center field, but that wind is blowing it back in. Brown stays with it and makes the catch. She had it once, she had it twice, probably about 2 or 3 feet on the outfield grass, and Mother Nature brought it back into the dirt, and that was a tough play made to look very easy by the Ayersville shortstop. 1 down. Here's Godfrey, having herself a day. 2 for 2. Pair of singles, pair of runs scored, and an RBI. Squares to bunt. Takes off speed. Runner tries for third. Brown backing up. The play makes the tag. And did she get spiked in the face? She came down hard on her back. Oh, my goodness. She's trying to roll over, and I'm not sure if she just had the air or wind knocked out of her or if she took a spike. She went up high to save that throw from going down the left field line, and she paid a price for it. She is tough, but right now, coaching and training staff's out to talk to her. Hopefully she's all right. She's tried to lean up a couple of times, but and this place has become deathly quiet. Not sure what they're working on. It looks to be the left side. And there you can see the pilot outfield getting together as Brown's sitting up, which is a good sign. She's conscious. She's talking with head coach Bill Zartman. She's nodding her head. Ava Sigler's going to help her up. She is gimpy, but she's standing on her own power. And my guess is this is where you get a finger up. You get the concussion protocols. Follow my finger back and forth. Where are you? Who are you? How old are you? And they're going to give her time. I had an umpire ask me once, what city are you in? And I asked him, are you joking? But they're going to give her all the time that she needs here. She's a little gimpy, but again, walking under her own power. And knowing her the way we do, it's going to take a forklift to get her out of this ball game. Trainer talking to her. And it looks like, well, I thought they were about to hand her glove back. Coach Zartman asking her opinion, saying, be honest with me. And she's going to trot, more like limp, back to her position and gets a well-deserved hand from both sets of fans. Well, the Warriors being aggressive even with a 4-run lead. They know that Ayersville can score and score in bunches. So Gottfried will dig back in with an 0-1 count. Wind continues to whip even stronger. In from left center. The 0-1 inside, nothing doing, and Coble will run at the runner at third. Walks her back. There you get a good look at Mallory Brickner. One ball, one strike, one out, one aboard. Bottom of the fifth. Waldron deals, popped up, straight behind. Coble didn't have a beat on it. Strike two. Just watching Brown at short, still very gimpy. The 1-2 popped up. Coble's got a beat on it. Makes the catch behind home plate. There's nobody at third. Hang on to it, Baby Shark. You throw that ball down there, and it's an extra run. 2 away. Blake Miller digs in from the left side.
Now batting here is first baseman number 10, Blake
Miller 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the first. She did lay down a sacrifice in the third. Warriors have wrapped out 7 hits. Whoa, that went over. Did that go off the helmet of Miller? It did. It hit her in the crown. That is just the 11th hit batter of the season for Kendra Waldron. And now it puts runners at the corners, and my guess is not for long. They'll probably be sending her, if not on the first pitch, on the first couple. And if you're Waldron, focus on the hitter.
number 18, Anna Russell.
Anna Russell 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Struck out swinging to win the first. Waldron humps it up and misses outside. Runner stays put at first for now. Certainly with that gimpy wheel for Ariel Brown, you got to figure Warriors are going to be aggressive on the base paths, and the runner goes here. And Coble does a nice job just to eat it. Focus on the hitter if you're Kendra Waldron. Anna Russell with runners at second and third in a 1-1 count. A 4-0 Warrior lead. She squares to bunt and fouls it up the first base line. They keep you on your toes. But with 2 strikes, I'm going to go out on what I think is a sturdy limb and say Coach Walton is taking the bunt off. Russell digs back in, the 1-2. Waldron can't get her to bite upstairs. Waldron smacks the ball in her glove. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 aboard here in the bottom of the 5th. Waldron looking for 1 more K. She won't get it on this pitch, and the count now full. She has struck out 8 on the afternoon. 9 would bring an end to the inning. Lights are now on here at Meserve Field. Skies continue to darken a bit. Upstairs, and she loses her. Ball 4 loads him up for Trenna Johnson. Fourth walk of the afternoon. Bases loaded. Coach Zartman out to have a meeting with his infield. And right now it looks like he's preaching a little fire. You need 1 more out. You've got 6 more outs offensively. They trail 4-0. Giving up any more here would make the uphill climb extremely difficult for Ayersville. Here's Trenna Johnson digging in. 1 for 2 with a double.
Now batting here is left fielder number 6.
If you're Kendra Waldron, you got nowhere to put her. Got to trust your stuff. First pitch fastball. Johnson wasn't guessing. She swung and fouled it straight back. Johnson came into today hitting .291. Oh, wow. Dirty pitch. That had a little bit of late break, but I believe that was her change, and it paints the black on the outside corner for strike 2. The 0-2 fastball. Chopper to second. Eats up Eldridge, fires, and she can't get the throw in time. The run comes home. Hit or error. That's what I thought. Scored E4. That will be the 4th of the ball game for Ayersville, and it brings home an unearned run to make it 5-0. Allison Russell looking at an 0-1 count. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. This paints the black on the outside corner. Strike 2. Waldron just needs to come after the 8-hole here. This one, a lot of English on it. Eldridge, underhands to first. Limber secures it. And unfortunately for Pilot fans, it comes 1 hitter too late. Warriors score 1 run on 1 hit, 2 errors, and the bases left loaded. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Time running out on Ayersville. They trail 5-0. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Top of the sixth brings up the top of the order for Ayersville. Kendra Waldron, first pitch swinging, sends a towering fly ball to left center field. That wind blowing straight in, knocks it down, and Allison Russell makes the first catch in as many opportunities this afternoon, one away. That brings up Michaela Sierra. Pilots down to their final 5 outs. They trail 5-0. They've had 3 runners aboard, technically 4, but one got picked off to end an inning. They have stranded 3, each one in scoring position. They've had their opportunities against sophomore starter Aubrey Godfried, but when she's needed to, Godfried has come up with a big pitch and some nifty defense behind her. As the skies are starting to spit now, just a little bit, but some rain coming down. The 0-1. Bunted back to the pitcher. Godfried's throw, not in time! Michaela Sierra legs out, an infield single. Here comes Ariel Brown, gimpy wheel and all. And the fans going to their hoodies. It's really not that bad right now. Up against our window here in the press box, just a intermittent, as my grandfather would say, spitting. But the skies still a little dark off to our west as Brown takes strike 1. Ariel 1 for 2, struck out looking to end the first. Hit a 2-out triple in the fourth. They couldn't bring her home. District 7 regional final. Winner punches their ticket to the state tournament, Firestone Park in Akron. This one inside, strike 2. I'll say this, Godfried can spin it. She's not going to overpower you with the fastball, at least not right now, at about 60, maybe 61 miles an hour. But man, can she spin it. Off speed, upstairs. Brown couldn't lay off, but she found it straight back. Upstairs, outside, evens the count up at 2-2. See if Brown gets something to work with here. Fouled straight back again, just a little late. Well, the outfield respecting her power, and especially in left. Trenna Johnson is deep. Likewise, Russell a little bit more shallow in right as this one misses upstairs. Brown has worked the count full. Payoff pitch. Godfried looks into the dugout. Checks her wristband. Swing and a miss. She got her. And now a runner caught between first and second. Oh, goodness. Sierra in a world of trouble. Hot box, they keep playing it, and she's tagged out. Well, I don't know if the hit and run was on or if Sierra just kind of had a brain cramp. That's going to be too difficult to score, but she is picked off on the hot box. And that will do it for the Pilots here in the top of the sixth. No runs on one hit, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are through 5.5. No change in our score. 5-0 Warriors. Back after this on DCTV Sports.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Bottom of the sixth. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Mohawk. No runs on 3 hits and a very uncharacteristic 4 errors for Ayersville. The 9-hole, Avery Barth will lead it off. Lineup turns over. Emily Brickner on deck, Melanie Brickner in the hole. Kendra Waldron just trying to keep it where it's at, knowing that the Pilots will have one last at-bat. The only question is, how many will they need? Inside-out swing, fouled away, makes it 1-2. Barth 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts today. Swing and a miss. She got her a Premier Bank strikeout, and that is 9. Now on the afternoon for Kendra Waldron.
Back to the top of the lineup for the Warriors. Here is second baseman number 14,
Here's Emily Brickner.
Emily Brickner.
1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch swinging, blooper, diving. Beecher can't come up with it, and this is going to roll a long way. And look out, Brickner kicking in the afterburner. She's rounding second and will stand up into third. Well, it was all or nothing for Rylan Beecher, and she came up short. You have to score that a hit, I'm going to believe. Yeah, she laid out, even if she did get some leather on it. And a rare triple, at least by high school standards, but not for Emily Brickner, as that is her 4th triple of the season. As Mallory Brickner digs in, takes strike 1. The 0-1. This one popped straight back out of play. Oh, 2. Just a piece of it on a rise ball. Brickner fouls it back. Upstairs. Evens things up at 2-2. Check that, 1-2. Now it's 2-2. Runner at third. Only one away. Waldron really could use a K here. Not going to get it on that pitch, and not going to get a disciplined hitter like Brickner to bite. So now the question becomes, do you come with the heat? Lights taking more effect here on the diamond as this one popped up. Pulled a string, elevated. Brickner catches a piece of it to foul it away. 3-2. Well, looking ahead for the Pilots in the top of the 7th, it'll be 4, 5, and 6. Sigler, Coble, and Limber. They're going to need more than that, even if they keep the Warriors off the scoreboard here in this half of the inning. Already trailing 5-0. Payoff pitch. Waldron rubs the ball on her trousers, deals. Brickner is pesky. Fouls this one straight back. We talked about this Warrior team. They entered today's contest with 4 hitters batting .400 or better. Off speed, this one well struck into deep right center field, going back. Nice job by Shreve to stay on it, but it's going to be deep enough. Oh, no, that ball hit the runner, even though she was out, trying to get out of the way. And I'm not sure if we're going to have an argument from Ayersville's dugout or not. It was partially deflected, at least it looked like that from up here, but no conversations to be had. And a sacrifice fly brings home the 6th run of the ball game.
13, Katie Woodland.
So with 2 away, Woodland digs in. Strike 1. Waldron. Boy, she's just chucking right now. Understanding the situation. Fouled straight back, 1 and 2. And you get a good look from our grandstand camera. Almost straight down. Richard and Hayden doing more than yeoman's work on the cameras here this afternoon. Off speed, this one well struck deep into the left center field gap. It will roll all the way to the wall. It's going to be extra bases. Standing up into second. Throw gets over the cutoff, but is backed up by Waldron. Well, she caught too much of the plate. And Woodland just too good of a hitter. She barrels that one up as Gottfried will dig in from the right side.
Now batting, here's pitcher number 1, Aubrey Gottfried.
Gottfried, 2 for 3 today. Pair of singles, pair of runs scored. Warriors have wrapped out 9 hits, despite 9 Waldron strikeouts. Check swing, was that a foul ball? Waiting to see if the umpire was going to signal it. He did. So the runner will retreat to second, make it 1 and 1. Mohawk also taking advantage of a very uncharacteristic 4 pilot errors this afternoon. Off speed, ground ball past a diving Eldridge. This will bring home the 7th run of the ball game. Gottfried, good job to go Oppo. Give her an RBI. 7-0 Warriors.
Now batting, this is first baseman number 10, Blake Miller.
Miller digging in. Took one off the crown of her helmet in her last at bat. She's also laid down a sacrifice, and she struck out looking. And Coach Walton is coming out. They're going to have a courtesy runner. Let's check the number. That is 20. That is going to be Reese Hoover coming in to pinch run for Gottfried. So Hoover at first.
Number 20, Reese Hoover.
Miller digs back in. Righty-lefty matchup, swing and a miss. That must have missed up. 2 and 1. That certainly did. Ball 3. Waldron leans back, deals, get me over. Daniel Miller says strike 2. Hoover will have the advantage. She'll be off with the pitch. 2 outs with a full count. Waldron deals, got her swinging. Strike 3, another Premier Bank strikeout. That will end the inning. Not before some big insurance for the Warriors. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors and one left aboard. Down to the final 3 outs. Pilots need at least 7 or this one's over. We'll have it for you when we come back. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
Top of the 7th, we welcome you back to Meserve Field. 7 runs on 10 hits, no errors for Mohawk. No runs on 3 hits, 4 errors for Ayersville. As Ava Sigler grounds a 1-1 pitch back to the circle. Aubrey Gottfried flips to first, and the Pilots are down to their last 2 outs of their season.
Now batting here is catcher number 24.
Freshman catcher Daniela Coble. Just trying to keep the line moving. She's 0 for 1 with a walk. Liner, it's going to stay fair down the right field line and under the glove of Russell. Coble rounding first. She will stand up into second. Hitting an error. Certainly got the single down, but the error on the fielder. So Coble into second after the single and the misplay by the right fielder. Here's Aubrey Limber digging in, and we're going to have a pinch runner. And I'll double check. It is number 5. That is going to be Harmony Gherkin. Limber squares to bunt. Fouled up the first base line.
Now batting is the first baseman, number 12, Aubrey Limber.
Limber struck out in the second. Hit a humpback liner over the third baseman's glove for a single in the 5th. Really choking up on the bat. Swing was mostly all from the waist up there. 0-2. This one misses low and away. Zartman on deck. Beecher in the hole. Pair of seniors. Matter of fact, bottom of the order, all seniors. Whoa, high and tight. Little chin music. There you see, Limber dig back in. 2-2. Fouled straight back. Gottfried, one cool customer in the circle, taking her time. Misses high, ball 3. We had just a little bit of rain, probably about 10 minutes or so ago. The skies remain dark, but it has stopped. So this one popped up left side. Park will not hold it. I don't know her name, but the BG staff up here were taking bets that one of their own was going to wear that one, not paying attention. Brutal group. 3-2 on the way. Liner foul, laying out, not able to get it though was Woodland. She gave it chase. Well, Limber hanging tough here with 2 strikes. She's fouled 3 pitches away. Question is, will she get something to work with, or can she draw ball 4? Payoff pitch away again. Fouled straight back again. Bounces just to our left in the top row of the bleachers, next to our press box. Three-two. Check swing, ball 4. Aubrey Limber takes her base after a marathon at bat. 9 pitches to bring up Addison Zartman. And they are going to play her to go oppo. Wind blowing in.
Now batting is the designated player number 31, Addison Zartman.
And Zartman tore her ACL during basketball season. She did not elect to have surgery because she wanted to play softball. She tried to play in the field early in the season, and it just didn't work. So they made her the designated player. And her job right now is to put it in play and just sprint for 60 feet. The 0-1. Ground ball. Could this be 2? Instead, they'll go to first. Oh, great scoop by Miller. Barth made the percentage play to go to first. Runners now at second and third, but the Pilots down to their last out. Rylan Beecher will dig in.
Now batting here is center fielder
One of the 3 senior starters on this roster. She wants to extend her season by at least one more at bat. Wow, nasty pitch. That almost looked like a drop. Beecher's knees buckle. 0-1. This one popped up in foul territory. Miller's there, lays out. Boy, she gave it everything she had. Dangerously close to that fence. They know what they're playing for. But now the Pilots down to their final strike. Oh, and 2. Gottfried. Rocks and fires. Way upstairs. This is going to be a wild pitch, and it's going to score the first run of the ball game as Gherkin crosses home plate on the wild pitch. Limber takes third, and there's something for the Pilot faithful to put their hands together for. One and 2. Swing and a miss. She got her, and that is the ball game. On a Premier Bank strikeout, sophomore pitcher Aubrey Gottfried stymies the Pilot offense here this afternoon in the regional finals. The Warriors will be making plans to head to Firestone Stadium as Ayersville season so close comes up 1 game shy of the state tournament. No runs, pardon me, 1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left aboard. Final score: Warriors 7, Pilots 1. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with your Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You're watching DCTV Sports.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
Being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need
to make your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
On a competitive and exciting game.
Back at Missouri Field on the campus of Bowling Green State University. District 7 regional final sees a tremendous pitching performance by sophomore Aubrey Gottfried for Sycamore Mohawk as she holds the Pilots of Ayersville to just 4 hits, 1 run. It came in the last inning, and it came on a wild pitch. 7 runs on 10 hits, 1 error for the Warriors, 1 run on 4 hits, 4 errors for the Pilots. And we will lay out here as both teams will be awarded their trophies and their medal ceremonies on the field.
And so we congratulate the Pilots on an outstanding season. And now we recognize your Division 7 Regional Championship squad. It's the Mohawk Warriors. Into this time, we have head coach Mindy Walton and the Warriors seniors and captains would please come forward to receive their trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2025 Division 7 Regional Championship team is the Mohawk Warriors. And so we would like to thank Bowling Green State University for serving as the host of today's regional championship game. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, we'd like to thank everybody for their attendance and support of Ohio High School student athletes all season long. Please have a safe trip home.
So the presentation being made, you can see the medals being awarded here. If our camera can go over, there we go. Ayersville will be awarded theirs first as the runner-up here in the regional final. And I know that there's absolutely nothing you can say as a coach to your team when you've come this far, so close, just 1 win away from the ultimate goal, Firestone Stadium in Akron. But today you tip your cap to the sophomore Aubrey Gottfried, Warrior pitcher. How much better is that young lady going to be over the next 2 seasons? Keep her circled if you happen to have them on your schedule. And also Ayersville, uncharacteristically today, 4 errors. They kicked the ball around. Out of their 7 runs, I only have 4 being earned. But with that said, it still would have been enough. As Coach Walton and her crew, there's really no in-between. You've either got seniors or underclassmen on this roster, but they will be making plans to continue their season as they picked up their 24th win of the year. Well, offensively here this afternoon, again, a quick cursory check of my book, and the Pilots just couldn't get anything going. Held to just 4 hits. Ariel Brown went 1 for 3. Daniela Coble went 1 for 2. Aubrey Limber went 1 for 2. They left 4 aboard, 3 in scoring position. As we mentioned, Gottfried got what she needed when she had to lean back and get a swing and a miss or an out pitch, although she was the recipient of some pretty good defense as well. 7 innings, allows just 4 hits, 1 run. It was not earned. Walks 2 while striking out 9. She did throw a wild pitch and had a hit batter. But her team spotted her early. 3 runs in the bottom of the first, and they never looked back. Kendra Waldron. Again, tip your cap to the Warriors. They have the scout, and they knew what they were doing. She goes 7 innings, allows 10 hits, 7 runs. As we mentioned, only 4 earned. She hit 1 batter. She walked 4 and struck out 11. But it will go down in a cause that just wasn't quite enough here this afternoon. And with it, Ayersville ends their season with 18 victories against 5 losses. The Mohawks, an impressive 24 wins against just 5 losses. That is your Mark Moats Ford game recap and stat summary. Mark Moats Ford, serving the Defiance community since 1916, located on County Road 424 in Defiance and online at markmoatsford.com. The Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show will continue right after this. Keep your eyes healthy for a long life of clear vision. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, your family's vision source. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com. Not sure that we're going to be able with this weather. I'm still a little concerned. We'll try and get Coach Zartman up in the booth. I think that would probably be the wiser move of the two. But as the medals being distributed for both teams, this time every year you have what ABC used to call the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. One team still riding high. You can see the Warriors' feet almost not even touching the ground right now as they know their season's not quite over. And as the Pilots, some hugs. Great shot here of the Pilots and the seniors knowing that their career is over, at least their prep career. Rylan Beecher went up to Addison Zartman, gave her a huge hug. The Pilots showing a tremendous amount of class here, waiting for the handshake line to begin. And then both coaches will gather their respective teams down their sides of the field. One will be a "we're not finished" speech, stay locked in, get ready for more practice, while the other will be hang your heads high, nothing to feel upset about. And hopefully within a couple weeks, certainly a couple months, and there, again, you can see catch Daniela Coble and Mickey Shreve giving each other a big hug. And a dejected group of Pilots walking out to right center field. Coach Zartman will give one last talk for this season. And that's a moment that any athlete, any coach knows how bittersweet it is. And they're going to settle in for a picture. Regional runners-up. I know that's not the title they wanted, but at the same time, you've got to figure how many other teams would have given everything they had to be on the field here today. So what we're going to do is take a quick timeout. Back with more of the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. We'll try to get Coach Zartman up in the booth. 7-1, the final score, as Sycamore Mohawk advances to Firestone Stadium and the state tournament in Akron. Quick break. Back with more right after this. You're watching DCTV Sports.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org.
Eyes forward. Don't drive distracted.
Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center personalized service, and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center, Stadium Drive in Defiance, and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com. Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding, 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com.
Well, there you take a look at the Ayersville Pilots huddled up one last time this season, as it has come to an end in the regional finals, 7-1 to the Warriors of Mohawk, and just to their left, a completely different level of energy as you see our camera operator Richard Pan left, as they know that they've got at least one more game, as they'll be heading to Firestone Stadium in Akron for the state tournament. And a tip of your cap to Coach Walton and her crew here this afternoon, as they won this game. There's no other way to describe it. They won this ball game 7-1. As we are waiting, Ayersville to break. And again, this is one of those conversations that you've got so much to say in such a small amount of time. And again, just nothing you can say, just a raw emotion.
Right down here in the bleachers, and then shoot up into the booth. That's where it came.
Sky's dark here, a little bit of an omen, but still a tremendous season for the Pilots as they will wrap it up at 18-5. Mohawks at 24-5. And our thanks going out to not just Ayersville, both baseball and softball coaches, not just the athletic administration, but the same thing to all of the schools that we've covered this spring, including our three main schools, including Defiance and Tenora, but even a lot of the coaches that have been visitors, or maybe schools that we've gone to when our three main schools have been the visitors. Fairview has been exceptionally good to work with. Likewise with some of the other schools in the GMC and the WBL. But it has come to an end here as far as our coverage is concerned, as Ayersville's softball team was the last of the pack that was still playing for something. And there you see everybody taking a knee, and what was a pick-me-up, keep your heads held high speech about 20 yards to the right is a keep it going, stay locked in, and focused speech amongst that group right there. Again, this Ayersville softball roster will graduate 3 starting seniors, but the bulk of the team does return. So a very strong nucleus looking to next year, although right now that's way off in the distance. We're going to take another quick time out. Back with more of your Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show. You're watching DCTV Sports.
Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
In life, unexpected challenges can test us. If you've been seriously injured in a car accident, you deserve a team that understands. Because your story matters. Call Arthur Law Firm today. We'll fight for you every step of the way.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Estill Chevrolet Cadillac is this area's new and used car headquarters, earning your trust one satisfied customer at a time. Estill Chevrolet Cadillac, North Clinton Street in Defiance, and online at drivebobestill.com.
Being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health.
Find the resources you need
to make your mental health a priority.
Love your mind.
For the past 70 years, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union has been your financial partner, helping you achieve your dreams and secure your future. Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, with locations in Defiance, Bryan, and Napoleon. Find out more at midwestcommunity.org. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Personalized service and quality products in a friendly and caring atmosphere. Schedule your appointment today. Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center. Stadium Drive in Defiance and online at visionsource-brunswickeye.com.
One in 10 kids vape. Each vape pod can contain the same amount of nicotine as a pack of cigarettes.
The health class film guy isn't the best person to talk to your kid about vaping.
Got a few minutes?
You are. Talk to your child about vaping today.
Simplify your everyday banking with convenient account options and digital banking features that fit your unique lifestyle. Premier Bank, everyday banking solutions designed for you. Explore solutions today at yourpremierbank.com.
For decades, I've taught you everything I know. But only you can prevent wildfires.
Proudly serving the area with the highest quality contracting services for nearly 100 years. Baker Schindler Company of Defiance and Paulding. 419-782-5080. Online at baker-schindler.com. Visit Mark Moats Ford and check out some of the best new Ford models. Mark Moats Ford has been serving the Defiance community since 1916. Visit them today, County Road 424 in Defiance, and online at markmoatsford.com.
At Arthur Law Firm, we understand how overwhelming life can be after being seriously injured in a car accident. With over 50 years of experience, Arthur Law Firm has a track record of getting the results you deserve. When you don't know where to turn, get answers with Arthur. Call us today.
Hello everybody, welcome back to DCTV. This is Director Sean filling in for Brett Balbinot, who is trying to grab Coach and will be with us in just a moment. Hang tight as we get back with Brent. What is happening? Sorry about that, folks. We're going through a little bit of technical difficulty here. Just sit tight with us. We're getting Brett Balbinot with you just a moment. Final score here today is Ayersville 1, Mohawk 7, as we are here at BGSU. And I'm looking at producer Ryan. Do we have Brent? Are we ready for him? Yes, we are. We're going to go down to Brent.
Infield as the final score again 7-1. Mohawks knock off, Mohawk, the Warriors of Mohawk knock off the Pilots of Ayersville in a District 7 regional final. Again, Coach Zartman going through the media gauntlet. They all came to him, so we elected to do the same as well. You can hear the wind blowing over our crowd mics here, but the Warriors are moving on. And Coach, the media gauntlet ends with us.
That's
so
right.
We'll go with one here as Coach Zartman working his way over towards us as the Brunswick Eye and Contact Lens Center postgame show wraps up one more season. Coach, look, I know that it's tough. There's nothing you can say in any moment like this. There's only a handful of teams that end their season with a victory. But with that said, hopefully in a couple weeks, certainly a couple months, next fall, this group should be able to look back at what they did this year, 18 wins, and hold their heads high.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, hats off to Mohawk. They played a phenomenal game today. They put the ball in play. Had some great at-bats, timely hits. So, but yeah, you know, there's no reason for our team to work hard in the offseason. We had that discussion after the game to get here and get to the finals and to experience this. What a great experience for the young kids. Sure. You know, I mean, we have a lot of sophomores playing, some freshmen playing. To be here in this atmosphere, I think, you know, you can't you can't take away experience. So I expect us to be back here next year for sure. We got a lot